Plot twist. I thought I wasn't going to stream today because I was like starting a little bit late. But too late! Joke's on you guys. I'm actually here. Little did you know. What a time to be alive. Plot twist for everybody. You called me, baby. All right, now let's get this cape in here. Thank you for that lurk, Cal. Hopefully I'll see you in a little bit, but if I don't, I hope everything is good. I saw the announcement in your stream. I need to think about how this is connecting. Cape. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this kind of in like a sci-fi way. Okay, so I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna also do the same thing over here. I think that was the only thing I needed to edit was over on. Cool, otherwise they like it. Oh, actually, before I do anything crazy, Hello? Hello, Photoshop. Photoshop. Please. Where is it? Give me that. Where do I... It's in here somewhere. If the scratch disk is on E, then why? What? Hold on, I will find it. I'm gonna clear this cache. Where is it? Ah, purge. Video cache. Get out of here. Oh, I broke it. It's okay. We're good. Don't overthink this. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like this. And it's mostly that. Okay, that's better. I need to get better about... There we go. There we go, better. Oh yeah, I decided I didn't like the chin. I remember. Oh my god, this kid is so fucking cute. This little bebo. Let me look at these images really quick. Oh yeah, I forgot that this guy doesn't like backgrounds on his stuff and he wants a regular one and then a transparent one. I was like, I'm going to put a fun background behind these two, and then it's like, no, actually, I don't have to. Hey, Danny, how's it going? What's going on? This derpy sheep. The face. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's good shit. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Dragged myself out of bed in time for class. Barely nailed it. Literally, I also all of a sudden have like what I would call like big boy meetings. I'm like an actual manager of a team now all of a sudden. And so I have to go to like weekly meetings and shit. And my first one's tomorrow that I'm going to be like heading. I need to actually like take notes and shit and look at what was completed over the last week and actually prepare for the meeting because I have to do managerial shit and I keep having nightmares that I'm going to sleep through it and I'm like, no, I don't like it. I thought I was not going to stream today because I kept having to try and explain to my mom how I'm like 99% certain that I have autism. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh God. So then it was a very long conversation. Not that she's like upset or anything. I think she's just trying to understand like what autism symptoms actually look like. Because I think that her idea of what autism is very, 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 biased is the word I'm going to use. Biased based on you know how autism has been historically presented, which is what it is. So I think she's figured it out, and I still have to get like an official like confirmation or denial from my therapist. I don't think I'm going to get officially diagnosed, but oh yeah, stereotyped. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. Yes. Yeah, and she definitely is not like ableist or offensive in any way, but I think in her brain, it's like for me, it's like you can't possibly be autistic because I don't display what in her mind the quote regular traits of autism are. And it's like, well, I took the Aspie test, which is backed by like 9 different doctors, and it's an older test, but it's still valid. And I also took the Radstar test, and both of those are saying I got wild autism, guys. So like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, Yeah, right. And like yeah, that's their assumption is like that it's going to be this like well, and it's funny because I would almost argue for me I have meltdowns. Like my mom has watched me have meltdowns, especially as a little kid. Like I can explicitly remember I learned piano when I was really little and I would often go in and I would be like primed and prepped and ready to go for the lesson. And then if for whatever reason I couldn't quite perform in the way that I needed to or wanted to for my teacher, it would give me insane anxiety. And then I would legit just have meltdowns. I would get so frustrated, I would cry. And I'm like, bro, that's autism, guys. Like, it's so funny. So she's seen me and like, I don't have it happen to me as often as an adult, but like even the other day, like I thought I lost my wedding ring the other day and it instantaneously sent me into a fucking panic meltdown. Just like, it was like within 2 minutes, my brain just completely shut down. And I'm like, no, there's no way. Like, sure, anxiety and panic disorders play a part in that, but it's like, I've definitely had these behaviors my whole life. And I think my mom just was under the assumption of like, oh, well, my kid's just sensitive. And it's like, yeah, bro, that's autism. So it's just funny. And I think as I like explain it to her, it's like, no, these are the behaviors that I do that would constitute as that. And this is why. She's like, oh, like it all makes a lot more sense in that way. So hopefully it makes at least a little bit more sense to her. I wish I could just draw chunky baby hands all the time because although I gotta watch out for it looking like a butt. Yeah, so it's explaining what the different symptoms look like, and then also talking about like why it matters to be diagnosed or not diagnosed, that kind of stuff. Because I think for me, I don't necessarily want to do it if I'm moving out of the country because so many places have restrictions on whether or not they let people with autism immigrate, which is really shitty. So it very well could just be something I keep to myself for the rest of forever. And I just never get an official diagnosis, but I know damn well what's going on in my brain hole. Yeah, and I think what happens for me is that I'm on the ADHD spectrum, and so certain things cancel each other out, and so I don't struggle in certain areas where certain folks with just autism might, and then I also don't struggle in certain areas where people with just ADHD might. But then I get this fucking terrifying cocktail of both things, and it creates whatever clusterfuck this is. So like ADHD for sure. We know for a fucking fact that it's definitely ADHD. I don't have any meds nor an official diagnosis for that, but I've had 2 therapists and a doctor tell me that that's the case. It's just a matter of figuring out, okay, what are the next steps for this, or do I need to do anything for it? Because clearly I've lived 31, almost 2 years of my life with this shit, and it's like, whatever. It is what it is. And mostly it's just for me to know and understand, like, okay, if I have these symptoms, like, what do I do with it now? Or do I need to be on ADHD medication to try and mitigate some of the anxiety, like, etc., etc.? So kind of curious to see what my therapist has to say about that shit. I'm curious. Yeah, because I think if I am on the autism spectrum, I'm either very low needs or I'm like on the spectrum itself, like very mildly autistic, more ADHD. At least that's what the RADSTAR test was telling me, which I think is interesting. The Aspie test was like, nah, bro, there's a 75% chance that you got the mad autism. And I was like, thank you, Aspie test. So, But surprisingly, when I went in and did my ADHD evaluation, they also evaluate you for autism, and I didn't flag on that test either. So I failed the ADHD test and autism test in a clinical setting, and I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, none of it makes sense. Oh, and to answer your previous question about upgrade and pay, yes, I did get a pretty sexy raise and a retainer for being a manager, which is amazing. Retainers are fucking crazy. Okay, this is slowly happening. All I have to do is shade the, or do flat color on this first to show the guy what I mean. Oh my god, this baby. I don't draw babies ever. But I do like it. Oh, so also too, fun, interesting story. I learned that fucking Kindle no longer accepts KPF files anymore. Only KDP does. I've had like 3 people be like, I can't open the KPF file, so it definitely wasn't just you. And it must have been a recent update from Kindle to try and stop people from taking books directly from authors. And I'm like, this is dumb. I don't like this line here. Yep. I don't know what Amazon's doing, but whatever it is probably not great. Dummies. But at least the EPUBs work, so haha! Joke's on you, Amazon. You can upload the file through Amazon to get it to Kindle. What the butt? That's so stupid. Yeah, oh yeah, to get the EPUB. Yep, and that's fine. That's great. Oh, the RTF is right there too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's so stupid. I don't know why they did this. Well, actually, yes, I do. I do know why they did that, and the answer is because they don't want anybody getting ebooks directly from the author. They want them to purchase them through Kindle, and then they get mad when nobody does that. Which is, that's cool. Hi, Riddle. Welcome back. It's good seeing you. Hopefully everything is A-okay and you are doing all right. Let's see now. dongle. Yeah, but PDFs or EPUBs. Yeah, yeah. What you should, like, in theory, be able to upload EPUBs to any device. Like, that's crazy to me. I was like, where's the companion cube file? What the fuck? I need this bab. This babarone. Yeah, nah, fucking Amazon's greedy. They're greedy little jerks. Greedy little weenies. I can't talk too much shit about them because they occasionally send me 18 cents. Oh yeah, speaking of books, I have restocked a bunch of signed books if anybody is interested in grabbing copies of them. Just so that everyone is aware, this includes the Court of Snakes cover, or book that has the updated cover, which is great. And then also, too, it includes the hardcover versions of the Brady books as well. Only a couple of those, though. Come to me. Woo! Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I've got to gear up to sell at Mesa County Comic Con at the end of the month here, and Spook Show, so I'm pretty stoked. Schools eating lives. Honestly, I feel super bad for all of my students because I'm in that too. I have to teach, so like we're all just screaming and suffering. Like I don't know. I don't know why we do this to ourselves. Blockhead is fucking great. I definitely 1000% agree. I need to rotate this visor, I think, actually, now that I'm looking at it. It's because he's great. It's because you're right. Okay, I'm going to actually go over here to this reference image. And grab this shape so that I don't have to draw it again. Joke's on you. I'm gonna see if I like this because there is a chance that I don't really like it either. Let's see, I need not contiguous, but I do need to select, oh my lord. Oh yeah, I hate the mornings too. That's the whole reason I teach online, because I was like, I ain't getting up. Y'all can't make me. Like, well, this is kind of awful. I'm probably going to have to clean this up. Damn you, Astrobot. Somehow this is all your fault. At least the base will be here. Come to me. Yeah, because I like the actual content of school, but like... Oh, actually, this will be fine. Gonna yeet to class. Okay, we'll see you later. I hope you have a good time in class. Godspeed. Okay, so now in order to get this to work, I need to go like this. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I'm gonna die. All right, this is so great. Sometimes one lighting effect in Photoshop is literally all you need, just one brush stroke, and it makes the whole thing. Okay. I'm going to save this out as a smaller image size for my client. And then, let's see. Positive note, I'm trying to finish up artwork of William and Riddle. Hopefully tonight. Very nice, very nice. I always love seeing your process. I love that like every single artist works. We work wildly different from each other. Like, and that's great. It's the craziest shit. I love that for us. It just nobody has any consistency. Okay, so let's see. If I'm doing sheep color, oh, I should probably go grab my glasses because I can't see. You know, seeing is important or something. Sheep color. Yeah, I have on my docket today, I have these two commissions of this adorable child. And then probably working more on my lovely... Oh, wait, why would you do that, bro? Working more on my model packet and starting on a model packet for Dimitri today, which I'm stoked about. Oops. God, these are really coming along. Oh, this is so cute. I'm realizing I low-key might have missed the little cheeky over here too. Hello? Photoshop? Yep, so I'm going to try and finish up some of those things today. And then I recognize I have to go and let me figure out, first of all, whether or not this kid actually, if their eyes are brown or black. Let me see your little eyeballs. Oh, they're like black. They're beautifully dark. All right, so I'm just going to leave this alone. Yeah, then I have to go do adult job and work on some book marketing stuff for some other authors. And that's just the way that it goes. And maybe do some book editing today too, actually, for another client. We'll see how it goes, or what my time looks like, my timeline. Yes. Mood though. Yeah, I think it has something to do with like circadian rhythm or something, but legit, I always feel like I work best between 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. I literally could not tell you why. No idea. My God, this is so cute. This little sheep. All right. All right, so that's pretty good. This one's easy. Rip Molly the sheep. I've never played the altars, but like also I know what fate awaits this sheep. That's all I gotta say. It's a Dolly the sheep joke, and it's terrible. Did you know you can animate at exactly 2 in the morning? It's true, though, and you're like, why? What did I do? That's true. It's true. It's like, what? Why? All right, cool. Let me email these to the client really quick. Whee! Freelance. Also, what is with Etsy only allowing you to upload 1 file at a time? I'm like... I love this client so much. He comes back every single year and it's like the best. I'm always so excited to like get this work every time we get a chance to. It's so wonderful. Okay. Plus his baby's cute as fuck. His baby has graduated from baby into slight human. I should work alongside while the stream goes. You're like, you know, at least the environment can be kind of productive or something. Oops, not AAU. I want PBA. This is what I want. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kikatsuru. I need to not. It's not that type. That level of energy for today is probably too much. I want to find the Japanese lyrics. That song is so catchy, and I know it's super lewd. Oh yeah. The actual lyric is "Hey, let's go kenkasuru." Kenkasuru is the lyric. Let's fighting love. I'm fine. I'm okay. I need to focus. No, let's fighting love. We don't need that right now. All right, time to get some fun stuff going on. Let's see. I need to open up Daz, and I need to actually make Dimitri. So this is going to take a second while I make this little guy. I don't think I have a blockhead model already. I don't, so let me see. See, actually, this is probably going to be good. Actually, that's probably good enough. And then I don't even need to worry about the head because, you know, okay, cool. Okay, all right. Oh my god, I have to send a huge message. Okay, cool. Oh, that was a long message. All right. It's always a fun and a nightmare when coloring William's hair. Yeah, mood. Because does William have black hair? I'm like trying to remember. I'm like, quick, go look in the art finds. Or art chair. Because Riddle has white hair. I will find it. Oh, it's like purple brown. Maybe I'm misremembering. See, this is why. Well, whenever you get done, if you want to share it, I'd love to see it. Your work is so fucking fun. I love all of the geometric shapes that you have in your art. That's like my favorite. The stylization is just like peak. All right, so now let me, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, whoops. I'm gonna need this bad boy. So this is where this gets really funny, is I am going to... Well, you know what, actually, for the sake of speed, I don't have to suffer. And actually, for the sake of... Hold on, parameters. Actually... Yeah, this is fine. Alright, sorry, hold on. I gotta censor this shit real bad. Oh, you have it all over the place. Hold on, let me open up your art and I can show you what I mean. Everywhere. Which is, I think, honestly, it's funny because I don't think people realize that their styles do that. Hold on, let me see. Well, first, even in just this alone, the shape design is insanely good. So your character's face, there's circles here, and then the hair, all in all, is just circle after circle after circle after circle, which is just really great character design. The eyes are circles, and then you have a really nice square-shaped torso. You tend to do a lot of squares for your body, but that's not necessarily, like, a bad thing at all. Let me see. Where else? Let me grab an image of, like, Riddle. Where is that? There's got to be another one. Must be another one. Yeah, and the hair. So this is such a flat line, but your hair here is almost a perfect rectangle in a great way. A lot of people don't include a lot of shape design in their work. But, like, you accent that in this piece in particular with the square that's blocking out the face, and then you have literally diamond-shaped eyes. And then even it's like a combination of squares and triangles that make the character design actually super appealing for shape design. And then this one, less so. That one's a little bit more difficult to see. But I know I've seen, like, even this, I mean, because you can effectively cut shapes out of your character and make them into, like, felted shapes, I think is pretty indicative of, like, the layered shapes. But yes, you have lots of geometry in a really good way. Best way possible. It's amazing. All right, let me go censor this poor little kid. Stupid Photoshop. Stupid Twitch. Hello, please link. There we go. Yeah, it's just cool stuff. Okay, so now, let's see. Speaking of squares, we're going to put a giant square on this kid's head. Let's go. Oh, my lord. All right, perspective. Okay, perspective. Okay, perspective. Yeah. All right. I'm just effectively going to throw in like what I would consider like a regular body. Like this is just going to be, this is our effectively designed doll base here. I don't have to do a lot of crazy shit with this. Oh, I'm talking with somebody in another server about starting a publishing company, and I keep thinking that I'm just going to do it. I'm like, girl, you don't have to do it. And then I'm like, I did it. Like, I don't know. I keep thinking about doing it. And the only thing that I'm struggling with, or would struggle with at this point, is the reach, like marketing and distribution. And I need to ask, I either need to reach out to my chair of my market or my publishing degree, or my boss, and be like, okay, how do I do this? I'm just really curious. Also their hair being square, I never noticed. Yes, it's great. It's really, really, really good. Super good. Well, and it says a lot about the characters, like, the character's personality, which is really cool. Like, that's what's amazing, and, like, why, like, that's, I effectively teach, character design classes at the school that I work for. So that's really what I do. And having really strong silhouette shapes like that for your character makes your artwork incredibly strong from a character design standpoint. All I heard was Boss. Yeah, Boss Baby. Just kidding. I've never seen that film, to be quite fucking honest. How you doing, Cal? I hope you're doing okay. I had an energy drink and I'm manic, Callahan. I've been rocketed into space. I'm drawing a little silhouette so that I can do my damn shape designs, and this is starting to look like Slender Man. He's fine. He's going to get close in about 15 seconds. Okay, we're okay. Help him. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this 5 times. One, two. This looks like a... What's that guy's name? The guy that did the fucking... He's like the Japanese horror illustrator. It's not Yoshitaka Amano. What is that guy's name? Hold on. Uko. Junji Ito. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, this is the beginning of a Junji Ito comic. Yeah, Junji Ito. That's the one I was looking for. I've been playing Albion Online, the only MMO I've ever touched. I have never heard of that one. You know more than I. Okay, let's get this kid to some clothes. Down me at the deep end. Hold on. Oh, I have to take the meatballs out of BRB. I don't know why. Oh, God, I'm not allowed to have energy drinks, guys. Fuck, man. I'm okay. It's true. William and Riddle have extremely hair, or similar hair shape to me. They have differences. Like, I can tell by the hair who it is. Yes. Yes. And that's so huge to be able to do that. That's why, like, doing these character thumbnails like I'm doing here for these projects is so important, Because if you can figure out how to appropriately shape your characters to a point where effectively you can look at one part of the character and tell who it is. And I hate using them as an example, but Disney in particular does this super, super well because their character designs are fucking good, especially in their older stuff. I would say that their new stuff is kind of ass, so I don't trust anything from like effectively Tangled onward. But the fact that you can tell who these characters are, which Disney princesses are who, based on their character silhouettes, that's insane. That's insane. Just kidding. Moana actually has a good character design. I'm not going to throw Moana under the bus. She's probably one of the better modern ones if I had to like really be real. But that's like, yeah, Mowgli. And okay, all right. Rapunzel has a good design too, but only when her hair is long. Only when she's got lots of hair. Olaf is the best character design in this entire film. I hate everything else about that film, but Olaf's got it. He's got it. He did? Question mark. Okay, I'm actually going to take a really quick break to just stand up and grab something other than this energy drink to drink. I will be right back. Okay, I'm a good child. I went and got my glasses and some water. I did it. And I never want to make no plans. This fucking playlist has been ruining my life. And by that I mean it's my like Nathan Chill playlist, and now I'm fucked. That's okay, I'm gonna give him some shoulder pads actually. I don't know if this is the right answer, because I don't necessarily want him to look super aggressive. However, I think it could be kind of interesting from a design standpoint. This kid, he has a lot of defenses up. They're curated defenses. Yeah, this is Nathan has two playlists. Either one, I need to listen to this to cure my anxiety playlist, or two, I'm very, very high. And this is number 2. See, Dimitri is definitely a skinny jeans kind of a guy, but I will get him some tailored dress pants. This kid dresses like he shops at Uniqlo. Actually, he probably does shop at Uniqlo. It would not surprise me if this kid was a Uniqlo kid. That would actually make so much sense to me. If I could get this shoe shape to do what I need it to do. I don't want... They call it a clam toe. A clam-toed shoe. I need a... There we go. Okay. This is an interesting... It was an interesting thought. Maybe to reflect the triangles, there'd be like a bow tie. A blazer. Maybe like a little vest. It ain't bad, but it ain't good. And actually, I think I'm gonna bring this down. Hello? Whoops. He shops where? Uniqlo? Spelled like that? It's a Japanese clothing store. It's like H Mart, or not H Mart, Jesus. H&M for Japan. I have some stuff from there, and it's the only clothes that fucking fit me because they actually make shit for short people. But it's like stuff like this. But also, too, this is a great example. It's very, like, business preppy, business casual. Oh, this is a great one, too. Very clean, very minimalist. Their clothes are comfy as fuck, I will say that. I have a blazer and a like a nice sweater and a, let's see, what else do I have? I had a pair of pants from them, but they were too short. I don't need to worry about that too bad. This is fine. It's just alright. Oh, this might be better. Okay, so I'm gonna go with a rounder shoulder here. More circle shapes than anything else. Because Blockhead is actually super sensitive, so I'm gonna actually push the... I'm gonna push the soft, like, sweater look, I think. Because he wears a lot of, like, comfort fabrics, because he himself is uncomfortable. Like, 24/7. And then I'm going to put him in some really nice, like... These are effectively... Well, do I want to do, like, joggers here? Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to do some, like, kind of fun, like... Very casual, like, business... Like, fun joggers. This is a comfy as fuck looking outfit, actually. I will take it. I wish to own these pants. This also makes him look slightly more vulnerable because he is, wearing, like, less bulky clothing. Get him a good boot. Nice, classy little boot here. Okay, I actually don't hate this. Nice little jack boot. The most important part of Blockhead's character is the fucking bow ties. Oh my god. Get out of here. Get out of here. Be gone, demon. I love how we, without fail, will get at least one bot a stream. Just one. Okay, I like that more. Outfit number 2 looking better. It looking better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go kind of rogue with this one. This was not my intent with this design, I don't think, when I wrote him. But a big-ass, oversized sweater could be kind of interesting. Because this really covers his whole ass up. Like, a lot. And I'm going to do, like a really big, like, clearly this is, like, 4 sizes too big for him. Size sweater. Not quite sweater. Oh, yeah, this, like, swallows his body. But it's not a bad thing. Interesting. Yes, yeah, no, B loves bow ties. His favorite things ever are fun bow ties and fun print on socks. He loves both of those things. Interesting. Yeah, this is fun. I don't know. Maybe this is, at least, this has some really interesting stuff going on here. Really interesting. Yeah, really big. I'm thinking like big, chunky, chunky sleeves like that. Like, this is clearly like a thing that he picked up from like maybe like Hot Topic, and it was for a specific anime or something, and it was like the last one, so he just grabbed whatever size he could possibly fit into, and then that was the vibe. It's interesting. I don't know if that's the right design. To be honest, this one is interesting. 2 is interesting, especially if I crop the sleeves up this way, and he has a lot of wrist showing. And especially because these are cropped up this way as well, it looks like he doesn't fit in his clothes, which is like a huge analogy for dysphoria. So that ain't a bad take either. He's a really beautiful kid. He's like 17 in this, or wait, 17 and 18, yeah, because he was born in the year 2000. He's like a true Y2K kid. So in the Brady series, he's 17 and then 18. This is definitely a way bigger coat situation than I anticipated putting him in, which is not a bad thing. Well, and to be honest, one of these I have to do with no shoes on because he's actually not going to have shoes on in this short, to be honest. Okay, this one is kind of interesting too. I don't think that there would be any reason for him to have this on in the house, but it's an interesting experiment. Because this is like a raincoat or some shit. Probably. Like a nice little double-breasted little thing. Maybe it's like, maybe it's got like a hoodie. Okay. Hi, Gabby. How you doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. I started like an hour late today, so we're going for like forever. I'm gonna just do, this one is just gonna be a open shirt. Nothing crazy here. This is going to be kind of simple, but I'm going to have everybody over on the Twitch chat do a vote. But if you want to pop your vote over into the... Actually, we can just do an oral poll if everybody wants to vote on which outfits they like the best. We can do that. This one's just going to have socks. So this one's not anything crazy. This outfit's pretty simple. I'm just going to stick with skinny jeans here. Or skinny chinos. Skinny pants. These are fine. It's fine. It's just, it is what it is. This outfit is what I would describe as meh. Oh, I don't need those that high. Hold on. This is just fine. It's not anything super duper exciting. This is like a little bit looser. I don't imagine that this is the look, but Why can't I draw? Oh, that's fine. And then we got, like, socks. Socks. Alright, guys. Y'all, we need to figure out which one we're doing here. Which one you like the best. In terms of shape. Is that a TV head? No, this is Blockhead. This is my character Blockhead. He has a... let me open up some more concept art of him. He's from my Brady Von Altus series. And he... nope, this is Bill. Wrong Bill. He has a wooden block for a head. He was cursed by a fairy. And now he has a wooden block for a head. And it rotates depending on what he's feeling. And he is super self-conscious about it. And he can't eat. And he's very upset. I love him to death. He's one of my favorite characters from every book I've ever read or written. He's amazing. I love him to death. But yeah, we need to figure out clothes for him. My stupid precious son. Yeah, Riddle drew him once. Yeah, for Art Fight. It was fucking sweet. Hold on, wait, I have that. Let me go find it. Where is it? Oh god, I'm gonna have to go dig up my Art Fight, but it was really good, so I'm gonna go look for it. I have to go into the Art Fight website. I will find it. Oh, there was one last attack that I didn't ever get a chance to do, and somebody drew Asteroid. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, I'll have to comment on that one. I didn't see it. Let's see. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. This is a little man. Yep. This was his prom outfit. He went to prom. He got dumped at prom. It was not great. It was not a good time. And 4. Okay. Okay. I think I'm partial to 2. 4 is a great outdoor outfit. And I think if more of this short took place outside, I would probably pick 4. But I think I'm going to go with 2. For the sake of this particular project, because that makes sense, just with no shoes. So now I need to make a turnaround. Let's see. Okay, bye, Blockhead. See you later, buddy. Yeah, he's my fave. He's from his particular book in the Brady Von Altus series is Brady Von Altus and the Dastardly Djinn. That's his big book. Then eventually he'll get his own book, probably. At some point. I need to... turn this off. Blockhead is his YouTube handle. He's a YouTube critic. He likes to watch animated films and listen to music. But he goes by... He has not, like... In the books, he never really gave anybody a name. So, they just call him what his, like, YouTube handle is. Eventually, in the books, he picks Harrison. But then decides that he doesn't like it. And then, as he gets older, starts going by his birth name. which is Dimitri. If you're interested in checking those books out, you can read the Brady Von Altus series on my. I have samples of them on my Wattpad and on my website, but the whole series is available on Amazon as well. And they're perfect for Halloween. They are definitely Halloween-y books, that's for sure. Okay, I should probably save out Dimitri, this actual model here, really fast. Let's see, file, save as, support asset, figure prop asset. I'm going to save this as blockhead. This is a male. Okay, cool. Accept. Yeah, I just got a bunch of those hardcovers in too. The hardcovers, the Brady One hardcovers are beautiful. I love the dust jacket on them. They're so cool. Let me open up that actually, because I'm really super proud of like the way that the dust jacket turned out on this particular book. Let's see, art finished. Original Brady Von Altus Pesky Pest Controller. Where are you? Yeah, this is the dust jacket. So dope. It's got Brady's dad on it. It's got Mr. Lowe on it. It's got Brady on it. So dope. I'm super proud of it. All right, now let me pose this child. And actually, I'm doing a turnaround, so I don't need to do that. Okay, sorry, hold on. Oh, wait, I need to actually be very aware of what I'm doing here. I have to be very careful about how I do this. I'm going to drag this over here because this is going to be dumb. Trying to make sure that all of these line up to where I'm not struggling. I have to make sure everything is the same scale. Otherwise, I suffer. There we go. Fantastic. All right, let me censor these stupid things because otherwise Jeff will fight me. I don't need Jeff to fight me. Stupid. Jeff will end my life. And I don't need him to do that. I just want to live. Okay. This is going to look low-key like a mess. Okay. Oh, my little leggies. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get this kid lined up to where his turnaround actually functions here. I may end up needing to make him small. Oh wait, I'm a dummy. I need to make these all the same size. I don't know why I'm like this. Oh my god. Hey, guess what? It's the same bot with the same message, just a different name. What a fucking crazy concept. That's 2. We're 2 for 2 this stream. Hold on, I'm going to switch the playlist to the Blockhead playlist because why the fuck not? Here's B's music. Just in case anybody was curious. If you're over on YouTube and you want to pop over onto Twitch, that's where I'm playing the Blockhead music. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to shrink this down. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this is where we draw a bunch of squares. Look at this kid's traumatized looking face. All right. I'm gonna actually need to switch brushes here. All right. I'm actually going to switch gears here. I'm actually going to use, hello, Photoshop. I need the rectangle, please. Thank you. I can actually remove all these vertical symmetries. Bye. No, actually, I don't want that. Okay. I need this to be like kind of large, but not like that large. It's large enough to be cumbersome and an issue, but not large enough to make it so that he can't function. And actually, let me just open up some reference image here. Okay. This is from the before 4 times, before I transitioned. I'm just gonna have the neutral face be the front-facing face. Actually, I'm gonna do this the smart way. am I like this? It's actually kind of a big gap here, or a big block. Yes. And then let's do some eyeballs here. I don't want these to be necessarily perfect because actually I will copy paste this because they should be kind of organic looking. He's amazing. I love this resilient little dude. He also canonically uses ASL and is mute, so that's kind of fun. And then even if he does at any point regain his ability to speak, he's like selectively mute as well. Okay, these eyeballs are a little too far apart. Roses blue. Okay, great. And actually, wider. I'm going to lower this down just a little bit too. The hard part about this is going to be making sure that all of this like lines up like as I need it to. Okay, so we decided on number 2, which is a cardigan, cool joggers. Okay. Actually, let me move that like that. I have to try and figure out what's the appropriate size for this bow tie. God, he's so cute. He's so weird looking and I love it. Honestly, he's just trying to make sense of a really shitty situation. He's doing his best. He was cursed to be this way because his mom was really fucking mean. So that's unfortunate. His mom is an asshole. Not Liz, she's fine. Well, actually, I need to shut my mouth. She's average. Oh, shit. I threw my pen on the ground. I'm fine. What the fuck is that thing called? Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, I'm talking to publishers, other publishers and shit. We'll see. Oh my god, I dropped my thing on the floor. Alright. I'm cool. Yay! Yippee! You did it! If you want to share it, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know I want to see it. I'm breaking everything. Well, let me get rid of Daz because it's freaking out. Ah, nice. Oh, yeah, you're totally right. I think I was remembering this as black for whatever reason because my brain reads this color as black. It's just black with a purple undertone. But that was not right. There's a bunch of other shit going on in there. Yeah, this is fantastic. Yep, it's fun. That's fun shit. I just like the brushes you use. It's very buttery. And I like your line art. There's a lot to love here. You have a very distinct art style. Like, you could pick it out of a crowd, for sure. I don't want to end up in a spot where I'm going to regret adding these kinds of lines here. But I think in order for this to read like knit, I have to do that. And that's just the way that goes. Yep, look at that. Look at that shit. Look at him. Look at his little body. Look at this little man's little body. His little body. He's just got a little body. He's got chronic anxiety. And that's okay. Me too. Oh wait, I should probably not do this way. I don't know why I became 4,000 years old just then, but that's kind of how I feel. Smaller button. I love these big old chunky cardigans though. He trusts you and I know that he loves you, but somehow you've convinced me again. The foundation rumbles and all my morals crumble. Uh-oh. Whoa! we go. I feel like it's lacking depth. Let me look at it again. Yeah, I feel like really a drop shadow would probably fix it. Like a drop shadow under William on top of Riddle. And even onto the bed beneath them, a darker drop shadow. But honestly, it's always tough when you're working on images like that where you have a character who is literally just laying on a sheet or something, like on a bed, because it's like, okay, so now you are laying on a flat surface. Okay, short sleeves. Out of sorts. Kind of awkward shaped. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, I just need to talk to my boss. I want to be able to start my own publishing company because I think that this is the next step for me, but I need to figure out how to do it. I need to figure out how to actually get to the point where I can market these books effectively. And if the answer is that I need to get grants and I need to shell out to a company like the company that I work for, fuck it. That's not a bad place to be. Let me try. I'll be back. Good luck. Godspeed. I believe in you. Oh. Okay, let's get him in some socks. I love drawing people in socks because, by God, it shaves years off my life. Oh my God, look at him in his little sock. Easy. Okay, great. Alright, save. Now this is where this shit gets really stupid. Okay, I actually really like this design. It's simple, but it's not going to get lost. And I don't need to draw pockets or anything. Blockhead, do a spin! Exactly. Welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? I guess my time is past. Okay, so now this is where this gets gross. And I have to implement perspective, so this is where this kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to do this. I could turn him all the way around, but most likely what I'm going to do is I won't actually do the full body, but I will draw the other side of the face. Just so that way all four are visible, so that way that detail shot is captured there. And it'll live probably like over here somewhere. It's like, yeah, low-key, I guess I would consider it like a detail shot. Let's see. So now I need, hold on. Let me go like this, and we're going to go perspective, and then we're going to go, like, I need to be able to make sure that this is accurate. And this thing lines up pretty much with the center of his shoulder, so we're going to do free transform, and we're going to drag this like this, and there we go. Bing, bang, boom. There's our perspective. And then, reasonably, I can actually just take this, and I'm going to grab that, throw this over here, flip horizontal, and then this also lines up with, let's see, free transform, shoulder. So that looks like that. Look at that. Work smarter, not harder. Actually, before I do that, I'm not going to be dumb. I'm going to duplicate this. And we're going to shrink this down. Looks a little bit too big. But yes, you're definitely right, though. Those kinds of things are pretty essential. Like if you have a character who, for whatever reason, has multiple details on different sides of their head that are pretty essential, or if you have characters that have like asymmetrical costumes, sometimes doing an extra shot of a specific portion of their body is like really important. There we go, better. Work smart. Damn right. Okay, let me make sure that everything's lined up correctly. So we're going to go with top of eye, bottom of eye. Excuse me. I wonder why they say hate your brother and hide your gold. I wonder why we all fear the things that we might not know. I wonder why I can't find my voice in my dreams. Although I wish tomorrow, I guess I wouldn't need faith. This is such a Dimitri song, Jesus Christ. All right, and then we're doing a little bit of perspective on the outside of this. Dimitri night vision goggles activate. He's like, I can see into the nth dimension. He's fine. Works. Although I realize a fatal flaw. Fatal flaw. Fatal flaw. Okay, there we go. And then mouth. He's fine. Okay, and then we're going to line this up. Top, bottom. And actually, you know what? Work smarter, not harder. Hold on. Guys, I don't want to fucking grade schoolwork. I feel bad because I'm like, I've only been teaching for a year and I'm already burnt out. Why am I like this? Because let's see, because this side, that side's the neutral side, left side, happy side. I have the physical head. Hold on, I gotta go look at my actual head. Give me a second. That's what I thought. The shocked one's on the right. So that's the Lello side. Okay, I figured it out. Panic. Huh. Shock. Le shock. No way. What? I do think that this needs to go up a little bit, though. Did you take separate screenshots of the DAS model, or do you take one picture of the, let's see, same, or turnaround of the same DAS model? So I effectively, what I do is I have my model open. I have the camera, so if you're looking at the camera up in the corner, it like is that little box or whatever that says like, oh, there's the symmetry line. It's that little camera that says like front on it. So I'll go and I'll click that, make sure that's selected in perspective, line up my window, close all the tabs on the side or minimize all the tabs, then take a screenshot of the whole screen so that everything is on the same page. And then I rotate, or on that same cube, you can like kind of rotate it or click on the, like, if you're looking at the front cube, the thing that says front, the camera thing, and you click right here, it will snap the camera to 3/4 of an angle while keeping the model centered. Then I screen cap the whole thing, and then I hit side, screen cap the whole thing, and then, oh, there's the little box, right? So there's the 3/4 box there. So I'll hit that, and then I'll hit back, and then do the same thing. And so that way the model doesn't move at all, and I'm not spending my time. Like, you could probably achieve the same effect by rotating the model, but I just rotate the camera. And then just snap 4 screenshots, so that way I know that I'm all lined up and not going to be in a weird spot. And then that way, too, everything is exactly even. So that way when I do this stuff and I'm drawing the actual pieces on my character, nothing ends up in a weird spot, so I can be as precise as I need to. There are ways to do this manually without, I guess, relying on 3D software, and that involves doing some really fun stuff with a grid on the ground. And I know how to do it that way, I just don't like to. This is much faster, to be honest. but there are many, many ways you can achieve the same thing. Let's see. Yep. How many buttons? I had 2 buttons. And then, thankfully for this, I don't really have to be that precise, to be honest. Like, it's just a matter of making sure that I am... Oh, actually, this is not correct. Making sure that I'm as close as possible, so that way when I reference this art, I'm not going to be confused. Why can't I type? Okay, there we go. I'm like trying to respond to this person and my fingers are like, welcome to hell. I'm like, I don't know. I'm an author, apparently. I should be able to type, but alas. Don't you say... Wee! Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, so they make me a sinner. Like a river, shut your mouth and run me like a river. Till the band starts to shiver. This is not 100% accurate, but I also don't care. It'll look good enough. And honestly, what people need to be able to see with a turnaround in your portfolio is that you're not like messing with proportions or anatomy so badly that all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh, and then things get all deformed. And not in a fun way. Not in like a, I am deformed kind of way. In like just a bad way. Don't say, don't you say it. Okay. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Okay, let's see. Me stopping because I don't use reference most of the time. Also, I think it did a little difference. Just tried to do the shading thing. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me look at it with my eyeballs. Oh yeah, I can tell the difference. Yeah, it's very subtle, but I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think with the nature of your style too, because your shading is super, super light. So what I mean by that is not that there's not shading present. It's that the values that you use to shade don't have a lot of contrast, which makes the shading not look like there's a very intense light. It makes all of your lighting look very diffuse, which makes it look like diffuse lighting will naturally flatten things out, which is why people use it for portrait photography, actually. It helps make people's faces a little bit softer and not nearly as, like, deep, which is kind of the intention there. So it's like, it's a stylistic thing too. I think it just depends on what you like and what you're happy with, you know? But yeah, for things like turnarounds, you have to be super, super precise. That's just kind of the nature of it. Because this is the most mathematical part of making models for films and for games, is to be able to spin something around in a way that will actually make it easy for the modelers to be able to, within seconds, effectively just accurately throw together a 3D model of this character. Because what they're going to do is they're going to take these images, throw it into ZBrush, and they're going to sculpt right on top of your artwork. And so if it's not accurate when you turn it around, then they effectively can't use it, which is not useful for them. But because I'm effectively thinking that this is going to be what I would most likely pitch as like a 2D animated show, or potentially a 3D animated show with a 2D look, it becomes a little bit of a different story there. I don't know if 2D animation is viable in the age of 3D animation for TV. That's really the question. See, this is why this is important, because that was not accurate. But yeah, I like that drawing a lot. It looks really, really good. It's dope. Yeah, I don't think having like a more diffuse style is bad in any way at all. It's just like, it is what it is. Just the nature of the style. Oh, and then this has to go a little bit higher, because of perspective too. So let me actually, I'm gonna actually go like this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. I think that that's another huge thing with lighting, is you don't want to fucking overdo it 24/7. Because otherwise, like, it's very similar to using dramatic camera angles. If you overuse them, it takes away the emphasis on specific scenes or scenery, and that's not necessarily great for every single thing. You don't necessarily want to do that. Look at this kid with normal people hands. All right, buddy. I love his little body. He's so cute. I need to put, actually, before I do anything else, I need to figure out what's going on his, like, socks. I think it's just going to be polka dots, to be honest. Although, well, I don't want to do this to myself for animation. Well, no, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because I'm going to do this. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to be smart. Because if this was done by a 3D animator, they could replicate the socks pretty okay, and we're not going to have a massive problem. Yeah, the only reason that you use 3D for anything now is because of cost effectiveness. There was a video that made the rounds recently on LinkedIn, and I'm mad because I'm never going to be able to find it. It was really beautiful. But the intentional shader was to make something look like 2D. So it was very similar to this, where this is 3D. This is a 3D model, not a 2D model. So people are playing around with their shaders really intensely now to try and purposefully create something that doesn't look like 3D anymore, which is very cool. So the reason, and like this is another great example, the reason is because 3D models are so much more cost effective, especially for television, which is why you don't really see a lot of like 2D animated TV shows anymore, because it's just too damn expensive to produce for TV. So it doesn't mean it can't be done. And like all in all, for like artistic process, it really just depends on what your ultimate goal is with the piece of art. You know what I mean? And that's the question. Because I think people often have a lot of like debate where it's like, oh, what's better, 2D or 3D? And it's like, well, neither is inherently better or worse than the other. It's just a matter of the overall piece being viewed differently by different audiences, like, or the artistic overall like finished look. Sorry, my throat's so dry. I wish that I could find that piece because it was really beautiful. Let me go scour the internet really fast because I'm going to be able to find it. Oh my god. Let me see if I can figure out. Okay, here it is. Marion Boitel? Let's see, Marion. I bet you if I find it, there it is. All right, so this is what I was thinking about. But this is beautifully impressive. This is so fucking impressive to me. This is the final result with the shader. And it looks beautiful. So, point being is that this is done entirely in 3D, and this is why you would use this method, because this is going to save these animation students who are, making a student film so much time when they're working on this, because ultimately they don't have to draw the same thing over and over and over. They can merely move their rig now that they have a really nicely rigged piece to be able to produce what looks like a 2D drawing. It's a really amazing magic trick. And again, most importantly, it'll save them a shitload of time and money to be able to produce a student film that looks like really stunning. But there is merit in producing other stuff in other ways. Like Pixar is producing a film that is done entirely by painting. And so it's not necessarily like how things were produced in the golden era of animation, but they are doing something more like Loving Vincent, where it's an art experiment. And that's great, mostly because it's art for the sake of art, and it's not necessarily like anything else. And that, in its essence, is what art is about, is experimenting and doing things because you want to, not because you feel like you have to. Or doing things because you think it's beautiful, and that's it. That's all you really need. You don't have to worry about the bottom line of your product. It's like, I'm doing it because it's pretty. Look at his little polka dot socks. Oh my god. Okay, so this is looking really good. Or at least it's making progress here, which is great. His stupid square head. Okay, so knowing that this is a particularly difficult character to pull off because the perspective is really particular. All right, well, I got done with my client work, which is what I needed, and it's now 3 p.m., so I probably should stop and go switch gears. I have to go grade my students' work. Today, I started like way later than I normally did. So, thank you, everyone, for hanging out and being cool. I'll be back probably, well, I will be back tomorrow with more writing sprints and stuff, so if you want to come out, hang out for productivity and all of that good stuff, I am doing that tomorrow. So hopefully I will see you there. Thank you so much for everybody that spent time in the stream today, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye-bye.